Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We're diving into one of my favorite craft distilleries in, the second iteration of their 2023 release, which came pretty late in 2023. That's right. It's Chattanooga Bottled in Bond, or BIB, Fall 2019. And don't get confused. Fall 2019 means the 4 years, so add 4 years to that, and this is fall of 2023. Now, we are filming this in early 2024. These got released late, more like winter 2023, if we're to be fair. Big shout out to James Street. Thank you, sir, for getting this for me. Don't really come to PA, but these are available in other places, for sure. You can always be rest assured you're getting a good bottle from them for like sub 50. Okay, so the value is pretty good on these bad boys. You could guess, they're 100 proof, compute 50% alcohol by volume. So, before we dive into this new one, let's recap. I did a little review a while ago, I'll link it above, to the spring 2019, which really means 2023. So the first BIB, they released 2 of these a year, spring and fall. Stay with me here, okay? I really like this one. I thought this was probably one of my favorite ones to date. Now, what this was comprised of was their 60% of their SB091. Now, SB091 to me tastes less malty than other recipes they have. And I'm not a fan of malt, and these are all high malt bourbons, but I really love the SB091 recipe, which is in my single barrel right here. This is all SB091 at barrel strength. This is phenomenal. Love it. As you can see, I've been hitting it hard. So the spring was 60% of that, and then 30% SB091 plus a toasted barrel. So 90% of this was SB091, hence why I liked it. And then there was a B005 toasted that made up 10%. So there you go, 90% of what I like, a little bit of toastiness added to this one, then a 10% of a toasted B005. So if you got this and you liked it, you might wonder, well, how does the fall compare? And it's, it's mash bill makeup, because these are all different. Alright, so the fall. Same bottle, except they highlighted the words fall down here instead of the word spring. That's how you can tell. This one is, oh man, a lot of math on this one here. 64% SB091 plus the toasted aspect of it in there. So it's only 64%, down from 90. Okay. B005 plus toast is now 18%. So that rose from 10 to 18. And again, more the toasted component in this one. And then we had 18% of SB055 plus toast. So we now have a third mash bill that was not present in the spring, and it comprises 18% of this blend. There's a toasted and non-toasted aspect. It'll be up on the screen. You can, if you care, delve into that. Now we know I like SB091, of which there's less in this one. So, we're going to be torn on that, I think. But without further ado, let's get into it. Here's the brand new Fall 2019, which means Fall 2023 release of the Chattanooga BIB. Let's give it a nosing. Holy chocolate fruits. It's like chocolate oranges. Wow, it does have this very fruit-forward aspect to it. It's like a chocolate malt. It really is a chocolate malt to it. But the fruit acid is like 100% orange. Smells delicious. Let's take a sip. Dang good. Dang good on the palate. So, exactly what I had smelled comes through. It's like a chocolate orange. The maltiness is there and the toastiness is there. You can tell there's like a toasted wood note that underlies it, and actually it finishes with like a toasted malty wood note. I like it. For 40-50 bucks, it's an absolute buy. Rating from Bourbon Bill is going to be an A. It's a great value, great flavor if you like fruit and a little bit of maltiness in there, chocolate maltiness. Alright, now, my previous favorite BIB was the Spring 2023. Let's give that one a nosing. Ah, see, this just has like what feels like a tinge more oak to it. Here's the spring, here's the fall. Yeah, see, I'm liking the spring, I think, a little bit better on the nose. It dials back the brightness and the maltiness. And smells a little bit more like deeper, darker, and richer. Let's take a sip. Man, are these similar. I think the spring 2023 wins it for me. It dials back the maltiness a bit, which tells me that the new addition in the fall here of the SB055 probably has more malt in it. That one even feels a little more complex, even though it has less mash bills going on. Or neck and neck. The fall has a little bit more orange malt. The spring has a little bit more like burn caramel and less of that malt. But they are neck and neck. Both A ratings, both buys. If you only find one, they're good either way. They're a good representation of what Chattanooga puts out. 100% you should pick one up. I don't know what to tell you. They're good. I prefer the spring, which I think this makes the third year in a row that I've preferred the spring edition versus the fall. So if your palate's more similar to mine, you're probably going to always like the springs more. Not sure why that is. I don't know if that's coincidence or they plan it that way. They plan, more malt in the fall, less malt in the spring. Not sure. That just seems to be the trend for me, is that the springs always seem to edge out the falls. Now, couldn't leave you without trying the old single barrel strength. Oh, these are all from James, actually. So thank you, James, for making this entire video possible. This sucker here, okay, is all SB091, which I'm pretty sure is like my favorite mash bill of Chattanooga's, if we're being fair. So 100% on this bad boy, and it comes in at 118.9 proof. Compute 59.45% alcohol by volume. Narrowly missed out on my top 10. That's how good this one is. Let's give it a nosing here. Oh my gosh, it's so much deeper, darker, and richer. The malty note is completely gone on this. This is a caramel and like vanilla bomb. Man, is this delicious. It's not packing a ton of age, but no youth notes, full flavor. Man, I wish they'd release all their stuff at barrel strength. This easily beats everything here. A+ rating from Bourbon Bill. If you can, find an SB091 single barrel from Chattanooga. That's the one to get. Other than that, if you're a fan of the bibs, like I am as well, I think the spring 2019, which really means 2023, was the winner for 2023. We look forward to what they're going to put out here in 2024. But that's not all. Let's say you're a fan of bibs and you're like, look, I'm on a budget, Bourbon Bill. I like 50 and below for my bibs. Not a lot of options. But there's one other bib that might bring an even better value. There it is. The much contested Dickle bib. Dickle bottled in bond. Oh, this is like the 2021 or 2022 version. 13 years old. For like $45 hairs. Okay, this can be found for $45 hairs. They've done one of these each year. Varying ages. They range from like 11 to 13 years old, but much higher age than the Chattanoogas. They're all about 4, right? Dead on 4. Whew. So for the same price, 13 years old, what are we getting? We'll put it in the blue here for the blue label. What you're getting is a fun looking bottle, ribbed for somebody's pleasure on the neck here. It's an old school looking bottle, although I probably prefer the old Chattanooga bottles with the exposed corks. Alright, the Dickle 13-year bib. Let's give it a nosing. Oh my God. This is an outstanding value just off the nose. This is all caramel, well-seasoned oak, and a little bit of that mineral orange note. Now I know Dickle's polarizing, but if you just fear you won't like it because people tell you that, you really need to try it. And for 47 doll hairs, this is really the only one you should try as an entry point. It's nice and old, so you're getting that oak in there. And who didn't like their Flintstone vitamins as a kid? It really comes off to me as like an orange marmalade. Like, I get the Flintstone vitamin oak, but it's the orange Flintstone vitamins. Remember that, not the other ones. Let's take a sip. Man, that's good. That wins. You know this channel is all about the oak. Walls of orange oak here. Orange, well-seasoned oak, some caramel in there. Delicious. It's not overly thick, but it just does bring a ton of age to a bib product that's kind of unusual and very unusual for under 50 doll hairs. And that's where we're at now. It's not as thick as, you know, the old single barrel here, but it is as thick as these other 100 proofs here. And you know, states that carry this, not PA, sorry, PA kind of blows in that respect. States that carry this, pretty readily available. I've never walked into a store that didn't have it. It's weird in states that have these. They always have a couple on the bottom shelf. The bottom shelf for some reason, for a 13-year-old product. It's nuts to me. Best value goes to Dickle BIB for bibs. But again, the Chattanoogas are very good. And if you like that high malt bourbon, it's a unique flavor. You need to try one for sure. Thank you again, James, for supplying those. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Have a good evening, everybody.